been the most talked about man in New Zealand rugby this week, Graham Purvis. Graham Purvis, the man whom everyone has been talking about this week after the incident last Saturday in Hamilton. A lot depends on this man. Matthew Cooper starts the game. No, he doesn't. Unpredictability there from Waikato right at the start. Michael Jones close to the ball. Tonu'u and Howarth under extreme pressure from Monkley. Waikato, a storming start. Penalty against Waikato. Number 7, Dwayne Monkley, just as Waikato was storming towards the line.
A very good start by Waikato, but a little bit of nervous energy by Dwayne Monkley, giving away a penalty, going in too hard on one of the players.
Howarth under immense pressure here from Monkley. The referee blowing his whistle just after this and pinging Monkley for the offence. Well, the start has been one which has given the huge crowd at Eden Park plenty to enthuse about. There are thousands of supporters from Waikato. Great support there for Howarth too when he went back to take that. Kerwin, Tonu'u, both back there.
Yeah, it's well taken by Shane Howarth. A lovely kick by Ian Foster.
Well, I think both the teams have targeted this match, Stu Wilson. Waikato won here last year, and Auckland haven't forgotten that.
Well, it must be an air of confidence in the Waikato camp. They're a hot side. I don't quite think they're playing as well as they have been from last year. But then again, Auckland are better prepared for this game.
It's Fromont who'll have a big say at line-out time. Jerem wins it this time. Knocked on, though, by Waikato. An advantage being played, and Auckland gain that advantage. Oh, Todd Miller. Awkward bounce for him. Wallow, he's strong, but Michael Jones drives him back. A lot of pressure on this 18-year-old in his second game for Waikato, Todd Miller. Scrums will be reasonably even today, I would imagine. Well, that's a beaut kick by Foster. Very accurate, precise kicker, Ian Foster.
Yes, he's a competent player. Probably doesn't get the deserve he should have or should get because Waikato, a good player.
Warren Gatland had a birthday yesterday. He turned 30. This would be a great present for him if Waikato can win this. Matthew Cooper. He is so important to the Waikato backline flow. Waikato won't lose anything in the tight. Gatland picks it up. Crab, 2 tries against Auckland here last year. Well, Howarth took the fair catch, but there'd been a prior infringement. No advantage for Auckland. What a great attacking opportunity now for Waikato.
Well, I've got a scrum just outside the Auckland 22. It would not surprise me if Ian Foster does another bomb. There'll be a bit of energy spent in that scrum today, John.
Dave Bishop, New Zealand's top referee. He's controlled more test matches than any other New Zealander. Mitchell does break from the back. No support there. Monkley eventually, and Crabb wins it. Now, numbers here. Todd Miller, he's an elusive runner. Only 17 metres out from the line. Waikato win it. Allison will straighten things up. They've won it once more. A hand came through. Awkward time for Waikato. Foster the drop. Foster starts the scoring with a snap drop goal for Waikato. 3-0.
Good set of play by Waikato. It all started with Todd Miller running the short side, setting the ruck up. I thought there was a little knock on here. Oh, well, maybe Dave Bishop didn't see it, but this is cool and calm, and he is a very good player, Ian Foster. That's 3 points well taken.
His first drop goal for Waikato this season, Ian Foster, the 28-year-old. The master drop kicker restarts the game. The Shell Ranfurly shield up for grabs, the 62nd defence.
Well, from that kick-off, Ian Foster got the ball from just inside his own 22, and he's banged it downfield.
Well, Auckland have lost only once in 6 years at Eden Park, and that was to Waikato last year. A very tense game so far. Both these teams are wound up for this one. That's excellent tackling there, defence from the Auckland pack. Waikato's backline has only just really started to put it together in the National Mutual Championship. A couple of knock-ons there.
There's little tense out there. Robin Brook, probably one of the most skillful forwards in the country, knocked us to an on. Shane Houth goes high to compete, which is good. And normally Robin Brook would take that in one hand and one eye.
Waikato backs coming left, but again Mitchell works it to the right. This is Miller. Fox makes a stunning tackle, just stops Miller dead. Very good tackle by Grant Fox on Todd Miller. Well, Dave Bishop, 3 or 4 blasts on the whistle.
That's a very big scrum by Auckland. I think they had the edge on Waikato then.
Well, of course, the laws now state that no front rows are allowed to go up in the scrum, and there you can see plenty of it. Dave Bishop, firm control, talking to the forwards. They respect him. Fox just out from the 22. Miller with Tuingamala on him. Whoa, frightening stuff. Tanu'u just outside the Waikato 22 now. Waikato forced to defend. Tanu'u with Tuingamala. Dribbles it out to Clark. Fighting his way forward. Open side again. Waikato backs up very, very flat in midfield.
Definitely offside then.
Now they work it once more. Fox nudging for the corner flag. It sits up for Howarth. He's out. Only just though. Auckland storm back.
That's the first piece of positive rugby that Auckland's played today. Grant Fox again getting blocked. Lots of Waikato players out there. Forced to go over the top of the small chip kick. Oh boy, this is going to be a physical game today, John.
Well, a break for injury now with Waikato through the drop goal by Ian Foster, leading by 3 points to 0, 10 minutes gone. So Steve Gordon, he's a vital man. for Waikato at line-out time against Robin Brook. And Steve Gordon could still be an All Black this year again. Well, these are some of the most experienced tight forwards in the country. Each of the packs has 4 All Blacks, current or past All Blacks, and they're tight 5. Craig Stevenson on this side for Waikato could well be an All Black this year, depending on today's performance. The scrum screws right round. Well, it's flared up early on, and Dave Bishop isn't standing for it. No nonsense, he says. John Mitchell is in the sin bin for 5 minutes.
Well, it was captain against captain, and I think he just plugged in Zanbrook with a quick shot one. Can't stand that with the number 1 referee. He'll just bang you off the track.
Well, retaliation or not, John Mitchell, he's not happy about it. If it was retaliation, it still doesn't matter. 5 minutes in the sin bin, just reward for a punch thrown.
Well, most of these guys should realise that if someone retaliates, that's the one the referee sees. He doesn't sometimes see the first one. Guy of his experience, he's got the captaincy under his belt. He should be leading. He can't lead from the sin bin. Well, it was a sort of like, what do you call it, horrendous scrum. It gets Mugley there. Oh, a little short one there, sharp throw-in. But Dave Bishop's just got to take control of this game, and he's the boy.
Zanbrook had plenty to say about it too. The Mulu fans are giving Grant Fox an away ground feeling here. Fox drills it. It's 3 points all. The crowd didn't worry him at all. John Mitchell, 5 minutes in the sin bin. From the penalty, Grant Fox lands it. It's 3-all. Tom Coventry joins the match for Waikato just for 5 minutes, while their captain John Mitchell is in the sin bin. Well, it's been an intense first 12 minutes, Stu Wilson.
Well, these 2 forward packs have got more experience than probably any other forward pack in the country. They know each other pretty well. Scrum time should probably even themselves out. I was thinking that Auckland should have the edge in the lineouts, but initially, in the first 10 minutes of this game, Waikato are winning a few.
A great tussle expected at number 2. Robin Brook and Steve Gordon. Moving across the gap. Pushing. Penalty to Waikato. Matthew Cooper will have a shot from here. So Robin Brook is the man. You can see it here. He moves straight across and pushes Steve Gordon out of the road. Penalty offence.
Yes, no forward can step across the line from line out.
Yes, I think it could be an exciting battle at the front. Steve Gordon, who's been an All Black and could be again with a great game today against Robin Brook. Matthew Cooper has scored 211 points for Waikato today. Is this another 3? No, just to the left. Not far away, though. It's still 3 points all. Plenty of Waikato colours at Eden Park here. Supported plenty for the challengers in the Shell Ranfurly Shield match at Eden Park. One world of sport in the first 15 minutes of the game. It's 3 points all. Waikato starting as all challengers do, with heaps of pressure. Pinpoint accuracy from Ian Foster.
Oh, I tell you what, this guy, he's got a very big match temperament. He just loves these games. This is wonderful, skillful rugby from Ian Foster. Puts it down, one bounce in behind the goal, their corner flag, and Waikato hot on attack.
Sean Fitzpatrick taking plenty of time. Goes in, talks to Brooke. Fromont, of course, is there. They're the jumpers. Fromont wins it. Tonu'u under enormous pressure. Now Wilson with Miller inside him. Well, Wallow. Well, it wasn't high. I don't think it was chest high. Just cleaned Wallow out. Pressure time for Auckland. 12 metres out from the line. Foster, what a try! Ian Foster, he's the man of the moment for the challengers Waikato.
Oh, that's well taken. Goodness gracious me, Auckland had that ball under control. Popped out. What a dream start to the number 10. Now there's plenty of Auckland guys there. Robin Brooke, Wasaki Saituti takes the ball and then loses it. Simon Crabb, quick pass. What a great try.
I really thought the kick had gone too far, but they won it. Turning it over Auckland. Crabb quickly to Foster. Top try.
A couple of weak tackles here. I thought Grant Fox could have done more here. A little bit too high, allowing Ian Foster to sneak underneath him, but well taken.
It's from the sideline. And it misses. Waikato leading by 8 points to 3. Ian Foster doing all their scoring. Well, this is the start that all challengers want. As John Mitchell gets a roar from the crowd, he comes back on.
Well, it's a great start from these big boys. And the good thing is that they can absorb another half.
Gone. One world of sport at Eden Park in Auckland. The Shell Ranfurly Shield match. The 60-second defence for this great Auckland team. And they trail by 8 to 3. There are plenty of memories for Waikato supporters. They last won the Shield here in 1980. Fox clasping the ball. Then Miller called into take the ball. He does well. Jerem is at his shoulder. Releases it just quickly enough and Crabb clears. Well, I'm a bit surprised that Todd Miller hasn't been put under more pressure. That was not a bad kick, but it didn't put him under the intense pressure you'd expect.
I know he's got some skill. He's very talented, this boy. Looked very good last week for Waikato down at Hamilton. And I think he's probably a key element to this Waikato side today because he's got a bit of flair and a bit of running ability.
One off the Auckland throw towards the back by Jerem. Kerwin has to backpedal down to the goal line. They cut down his angle. And Waikato storming back almost to the 22.
Well, they're playing it in Auckland's half, which is what it's got to be. You've got to put the acid on the defender. But they have surprised me with their early line-out takes, John. Particularly when Andy Hayden had a couple of sessions with the Auckland team this week.
Gatland looking for Gordon and finding him. Jones was very quickly on to both Foster and Ellison. Mitchell, who's back on after 5 minutes in the sin bin. 5 minutes which saw Foster score his try. It's 8 to 3. A Waikato forward pack, the strength of this team. There's some big men there. Purvis releasing it to Foster for another crack at the posts. Satutu Now Wilson, there was a lot of space out there. He didn't have a great crack at Tuagamala, but he puts his team well onto the front foot.
Well, Waikato are making the alternate, making good options. Their judgment time at decision time is good. Doug Wilson just kept the ball forward, getting Auckland rolling backwards, and they look pretty vulnerable. They're like all sides do when they get the ball put them behind them.
Midway between the goal line and 22 Auckland. Well, it came off an Auckland player and went forward, so Waikato get another chance. Miller will come in from fullback, probably. Out on the open side, they work it. Monkley well scragged. Lucky to win it, Waikato. Now Waikato storming back towards their own goal line. Crabb just easing the pressure a little. Simon Crabb, a couple of tries here at Eden Park last year. Waikato leading by 8 points to 3 midway through the first half. Todd Miller, the 18-year-old, just stopping that. Warlow is in support. It's gone to the right man there. Fox and Howarth, the two accurate kickers in this Auckland team.
Well, there he is, Graham Purvis. In my mind, very lucky to play this match. But he's certainly got the weight and the bulk around it. One of the best tight head props around.
Gordon's doing exceptionally well at 2. That is a good battle. "18 minutes to go in this first half. 8-3, the challengers, Waikato, leading Auckland. Tonu'u's been under a lot of pressure in this game. Warlow, Miller, kicking deep, but Howarth read it well. Oh, he doesn't read that very well. Whoa. Hesitated just momentarily, and Waikato get another edge.
He's a colourful character. I'd like to think that we give Shane Howarth the benefit of the rolling ball. That was maybe an unlucky bounce, but I probably think that he should have gone on and claimed that a lot earlier.
Frymont, not cleanly. Fitzpatrick sucks it in for Auckland. Monkey bearing down on Fox. Fox clears, but a penalty against the attacking team.
Yes, well, line-outs have been a bit of a problem, I think, this year, and I think the administrators are concerned about it. It's about how teams squeeze the line-outs up. There's supposed to be a 1 metre gap between both lines, but I've yet to see that 1 metre gap remain a metre once the ball has been thrown in.
Yes, he looks a little bit on edge. Graham Henry, the Auckland coach.
He's one of your great campaigners for Waikato, Brent Anderson.
Monkley nailed by New Zealand's top number 7 player, Michael Jones. Those Waikato backs looking for every opportunity. Crabb, just a slight delay as Miller comes in. Again, it's Fox who's given the responsibility of getting the Waikato fullback, and he does. Foster, his backs were all out of position. Wallow, though. Kerwin has to make the tackle and does so. The Auckland Hearts beating just a little faster.
This is good rugby by Waikato. They're using this young fullback, Todd Miller. He's not afraid to run. And equally to the task, Ian Foster. Long wipers kick out to Wayne Warlow, but well covered by John Kerwin.
Auckland are only 8 metres from their line. That's scrambly ball. Barry Smorridge, the touch judge on this side, I think just questioning the ref. Is it Waikato's ball? It is.
Well, let's see this 1 metre gap, John, between the lineouts.
No, let's see this Waikato throw and see if they can win it, Stu.
You watch it squeezed up. Oh, it's a dockside ball.
There's Jerem, Crabb, the pass just knocked down. Foster no way through. That line is the 5 metre line out from the line. Anderson. Waikato must win this. They will through Anderson. Stevenson. Just putting up the big boys. They run it again through Gatland. It comes back Waikato again. Cooper. Just stumbling. Mitchell was the first man there. Crabb. Foster working it towards the forwards once more. Waikato rampant, but again the Auckland defence is superb.
Well, Waikato are firing everything at Auckland. But the blue and white's equal to the task. They're making the tackles. Matthew Cooper just about squeezed through, but he got just nailed by a Ronnie Clark tap hand. Good rugby, though.
He started the season as a real All Black contender, Simon Crabb. Plenty of opposition around him, but he's really been outstanding for Waikato. Mitchell controls. The Waikato backs get in position ready.
This is a great scrum by Waikato. They really have buried Auckland in this one. A fantastic scrum, just held at the back by John Mitchell.
Superb control. Now it's called for, and Tanu'u upsets it. That wasn't quite so clever from Waikato. They controlled it so well, but they still get another opportunity.
Well, I think you'll just see Brett Anderson coming around here. I don't know if he was the... Oh, look, they just let it out too quickly, and Simon Crabb wasn't there. He was looking for the pass from John Mitchell back.
This is a real test for Auckland. The Waikato scrum equal to all. This time, Auckland a sigh of relief. They get the put in. Now Waikato are doing well at scrum time, but there's just so much pressure on, isn't there, out a bit further?
Well, there we see the tackle made on Ian Foster. And it's ball retention in the tackle situation. But by goodness, has been a great half by Waikato. Only 12 minutes to go. They're up 8-3.
The Challengers lead with 12 minutes to go in this first half. 8 points to 3. I don't know how close the ball was to those legs as Auckland now run it. And Kerwin, he has a bit of space, but the tackles are made. And how quickly John Mitchell got there, the number 8.
Well, again, Dave Bishop from Southland, our #1 referee, has said Mr. Anderson, the #5 jersey, the ball was nowhere near that man and he just jumped all over the top of him in a rucking situation. Penalty.
That's really one of the points that referees and touch judges are looking for. It's okay to ruck, but if you're rucking nowhere near where the ball is, and that's the case there with Brent Anderson, then it's just not on. This is the message.
I must admit, John, that forwards just love seeing little backs in the bottom of rucks.
Metres inside Waikato's half. They lead 8-3. Not tidy for Auckland, turned over. Most of the play has centred around Ian Foster in the back line. Free kick against Auckland for not packing down quickly. Mitchell barges to the half. Now the Waikato backs. Oh, Miller was going to be cut down by Tuangamala, but he missed him.
But he's got good vision, John. He just stepped inside that tackle by Inga.
Turnover time. Auckland now will get the scrum. Tuangamala. Mitchell was across hounding him. The kick from Tuangamala is a good one, but so too is the cover defence of Monkley. Fox scrambling back to his 10-metre mark. Now Miller. Todd Miller. He's played for the New Zealand secondary schools the last 3 seasons. The first season he was only 16. A lot of talent.
Well, he's young, but he's certainly got some flair, and Waikato are using them down the short side from scrum time. He takes the ball well, he kicks it well. Don't know where they keep them. They've got a machine down there making these guys.
So Waikato having an edge everywhere, especially on the scoreboard at 8-3. Well, the line-out contest has been quite interesting there. Each winning ball off the other's throw. Satutu, crash ball up the middle. Howarth into the line. Kerwin has something to chase onto. Auckland inside the 22. 8 minutes to go in the first half. 8-3. Waikato leading Auckland.
Well, Waikato's tactics are very good today. They know how to win this game if they want to win it. It's all to do with the minds. These guys are 2 equally good sides. The team that's most desperate to keep the shield or want to take the shield south will win this one.
There's almost a test match atmosphere here at Eden Park. Jerem's done well towards the tail of the line-out for Waikato.
Well, again, they surprise me. Waikato are really winning some crucial line-out ball, both on their own throw and, of course, off Auckland's.
Auckland attacking. The All Black skipper, Sean Fitzpatrick, leading from the front, but what a contest. Jones on the assist as Zinzan booked to the centre of the field. Jones again. He loves the big time stuff, Michael Jones. Waikato's support looking a little bit shallow. And Waikato have killed the ball and conceded a penalty in front of the goalposts. David Bishop gets the signal from Grant Fox that there'll be a shot at goal, as one would expect from in front of the posts. Well, leading up to that, Stu Wilson, we had Michael Jones showing that sort of form, supporting, winning the ball first of all, supporting Zinzan Brook, belting it up, and then
Sean
getting the
Fitzpatrick
penalty.
had a go, and I'm not too sure that was the right option. I think that ball should have gone wide.
It's 8-3, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Fox down the middle makes it 8 points to 6. Much to the despair of the Waikato supporters. Points to 6. Ian Foster has scored all his side's points. Grant Fox has scored all his side's points. From the restart, it's Fromont just putting his foot over the touchline. He spent 5 minutes in the sin bin early in the game, John Mitchell. Leading try scorer for Waikato this year. Again, Jerem, he's doing exceptionally well at the end. Swift ball. Oh, Warlow was covered all the way by Tuangamala. Turnover time. It goes Auckland's way. The defensive work of Auckland was very, very good. The communication is obviously exceptional out there, and it was Tuangamala who just drifted, waited for the ball to be passed and then hit. 10-metre mark, Auckland. Toneu's kick goes way out in centre field and gives Todd Miller lots of time. And he hasn't found the touchline. Too much time maybe for Miller. Brook doesn't find the touch either. But Foster does. Oh, yes, he has another brilliant touch. He's got a magic touch today in Foster. Quickly taken by Auckland. Howarth and Fox talking well, thinking quickly.
Yes, good communication by Grant Fox and Shane Howarth, but equally Ian Foster, that's a superb touch finder. Was so good. Unfortunately, the Waikato support couldn't get up there and block the quick throw.
Four minutes to go till half-time. Outside arm used by Auckland. Free kick. Belting it up is Graham Purvis. He's almost there by himself. Eventually the support arrives. Now that's inside the 22. Tuangamala is tackled by Stevenson. Fitzpatrick lying there innocently. Waikato get the throw.
Well, line-out time has been an area, I think, of concern for Auckland. They haven't really got up there and dominated the air ball, the space with the air.
Waikato certainly winning a lot of ball. Allison wants to straighten it up. He's up against Big Waisaki Satutu and Michael Jones. Now there might be a chance. Foster, quick hands to Cooper. Who's out there? Gatlin was waiting out wide. Crabb, straight back to Foster. Another drop goal attempt. This one swings well wide. Ian Foster, that's 3 drop goal attempts. He's landed 1. Been tough time in the front row. They're 2 evenly matched packs. Half-time is only a couple of minutes away. A man in front on the far side. Vigilance there from Dave Bishop.
Yeah, I think it was Richard Fromont, the Auckland lock, just too far ahead of the ball. Unbelievably bad mistake.
Again, they use the side where the backs aren't, and Crabb slides it through for Wilson. What's the bounce like? Oh, Foster was almost in again.
Oh dear, those chances must be taken in Ranfurly Shield challenges. Lovely grubber kick by Simon Crabb. The ball sat up nicely. It bounced awkwardly for Shane Out. Now that's the difference of taking the Shield and it stays here at Eden Park. All caused by Richard Fromont, man in front from the 22 from Grant Fox's kick.
A wicked bounce it was for Howarth as he went back to gather that, and just away from the fingertips of Ian Foster. Big effort goes in from Waikato. Wearing his lucky leather cap, Kevin Green, the Waikato coach. Less than a minute until the break. Oh, Fox under pressure has not found the touchline. The bounce goes the way. Oh, Kerwin could not quite gather it. Another opportunity for Waikato just before the break. Midfield scrum.
Well, another handling error, and it's right in the middle of the sticks. It wouldn't surprise me if Ian Foster has another three-pointer for a drop goal. You know, we're talking after the scrum, that'll be the end of the half.
So again, the Waikato backs go way out to the left.
Well, Todd Miller here for Waikato has gone on the open side.
Way out to the right of your screen there, Todd Miller is standing. But again, they use that short side. The same tactic again. Crabb kicking for the corner. Crabb finds the corner. Is there time for another play? No, there's not. And so they go to the break. After 40 minutes of play, the challengers, Waikato, lead Auckland 8-6. That's what's up for grabs today, the Shell Ranfurly Shield. It's Auckland's 62nd defence. Waikato have the lead, a 2-point edge as the second 40 minutes starts. Buck Anderson, the experienced, wily old campaigner, setting it up for Waikato. Out on the full. Simon Crabb was a real inspiration at Eden Park last year when Waikato beat Auckland. Waikato with a try to Foster, a drop goal to Foster, leading by 8 points to 6. 2 penalties to Fox for Auckland. Willie Losay using him more in the lineouts. They would have talked tactics at half-time, Stu, particularly about the lineouts. As Brooke breaks inside the 22. Now that's better play by Auckland. Satutu, well wrapped up by Monkley, and it was a turnover. A big tackle and a turnover. And Waikato scramble away.
Well, again, Waisaki Satutu in the hot seat at the second 5'8" position. He loses the ball in the tackle again. It's all to do with ball retention. That's a big hit by Dwayne Monkley, causing the spill. I would have thought that Auckland was shut out in that first half by a very well-rehearsed Waikato 40 minutes. If they don't pick their game up, I would say the Shield could go.
Attack by Mitchell. Waikato have really upped the tempo. They've played a magnificent first 40. They've taken advantage of some of their opportunities. They lead by 8-6. 40 minutes to go. Allison kicking for Wilson. Oh, almost collision there, but Howarth scrambles. The crowd roars as Auckland get back inside the 22.
Very tidy play by Shane Howarth. Communication not really good with Vainga Tuagamala. There could have been a mid-air collision.
There's been a huge advantage for Waikato in the territory stakes in this game, and they lead by 8-6. Froma being cut out of the middle of the lineouts by Waikato. They've worked it away from him. Still a big contender for the All Black team, Stu.
Oh, without a doubt, but I would rather see him go on that development tour to Argentina next year in March.
5 men for the lineup. Fitzpatrick seeking the back. Accurately to Zinzan Brook. Unfortunately, directly to him.
Well, I thought Auckland would have come out with John in the second half a bit more fired up. But, you know, again, it's Waikato that's made the good start.
Playing it steady, Ian Foster. He scored all their points with that try and drop goal in the first half. He's really controlled things very well, Ian Foster. He's teamed up well with Simon Crabb.
See, look at Ian Foster, cool and calm, off his right foot and plows it back into touch off his left foot. Very multiple schooled.
Craig Stevenson, is this a man who might wear the black jersey this year as well from Waikato? He's had a storming first 40. On the 10 go Waikato. The cutout pass finds Cooper at pace Miller and Wilson. Almost scything through a Ronnie Clark, just the tap. Well, this is what the Waikato fans want. A chance for Matthew Cooper to put Waikato further in front. But that Waikato backline moving it smoothly.
There's the first cutout pass, lovely pass there. Now watch Doug Wilson hit that, and he just got ankle tapped by Ronnie Clark. And then the blue and white's just coming over the top. You've got to stay on your feet, Michael Jones, and you weren't then.
Matthew Cooper has kicked some pressure goals in his time. A lot of them for this team, Waikato. Some of them while playing with that man, Richard Lowe. Huge support here at Eden Park for the challengers. Cooper. He drills it. Another 3 for Waikato. 11 points to 6. Matthew Cooper the penalty. It's getting harder for Auckland, but still a long way to go. Minutes left in this match. The challengers have been in front throughout. 11-6 now. He's played a dominant role, Ian Foster. He's kicked mainly, but he's also a dead hand at the run. A sharp burst up to the 10. He's fearless under the high ball, Shane Howarth, and he's had a lot of work to do. But he's not in position now, of course, and Foster knew it. Belts a huge punt inside the Waikato 22. Miller has some steadying influences around him. Takes the right option.
Well, John, Waikato just looked too well organised. They're the only team that's really pushing the ball through the back line, bringing their backs into play. They're doing well at line-out time, at scrum time, and they're making less errors than Auckland.
Well, Richard Jerram's won a lot of ball for Waikato at the back, and Auckland are throwing it to the back too. Willie Lose, Michael Jones, Zinzan Brook there. They don't claim it cleanly. blindside there for Waikato if they want to use it. Now Dave Bishop has been very strong. He's allowed nothing to occur in the front rows, and immediately he's warned them once, don't take it down again, penalty. Not happy, Sean. Quickly taken, Allison, the man who straightens it up in midfield. 2 big hits on him. The tight forwards doing their work though, making sure Waikato get it. Foster eyes the options. That's a very good wiper's kick. Tuangamala eventually grabbed by one leg. Quickly taken now from the lineup. Allison again smacking it up the middle.
That's too high
this time.
That's far too high. That's right around the neck. Michael Jones actually was the culprit. I don't think it was Grant Fox, if we have another look at that one. Ian Foster feeds Reece Allison with the headgear. I think it was Michael Jones, unfortunately, just a little bit high. Just Reece Allison just ducks in here. There goes Michael, a little bit high. Not really too dangerous, but that's the law.
Points this season for Matthew Cooper. Yes, another 3, 14-6. Waikato. 14 points to 6. Further pressure on the holders Auckland. They've repelled 61 challenges in this magnificent era of the Ranfurly Shield. A long way to go in this game yet. 29 minutes left. The challengers, Waikato, lead by 14-6. Dwayne Monkley follows up quickly on Tuangamala and nails him. So too Cooper. Satutu, quick hands needed. Clark, the tackles aren't made by Waikato. Midway, the big drive from the blue and white forwards. They're hitting top gear now, Auckland. Tona'u delaying the pass. Tuangamala, the 2 big men, block-busting Waisaki Satutu.
Well, John, that's the first time Auckland have ever created anything in this game. And without creating something, you cannot finish anything. Good play by, I would have gone the other way. I wouldn't have gone short side. There were men covered. Little loop pass around there for Waisaki Satutu. But again, Doug Wilson, big hit. A good tackle. Warren Gatlin there in desperation. But that's the first piece of rugby Auckland have created for themselves today. To get back in this game, they've got to do more of that.
Auckland needing more than a converted try now. 8 points the difference. 14 points to 6. Simon Crabb has really dictated play extremely well inside the Waikato backs. Waikato have had the edge at line-out time.
That's terrible ball though, John, from Zinzanbrook. Just tapped down, puts immense pressure on Junior Tona'u. Unfortunately, they've got a penalty.
Well, Dave Bishop, 3 loud peals. And now. Now, he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch judge. Mark Thompson on the far side. 3 loud peals. And now he trots off to the touch Remember, Bishop has already awarded a penalty to the defending Ranfurly Shield team, Auckland. And now Bishop goes in.
Well, the penalty's going to be reversed, John.
Number 4, blue, is being called out. That's Robin Brook. Just to the right there, you could see Robin Brook. Not clear, of course, but plenty of energy there, and that was on the side, which Mark Thompson could see, and the penalty is now being reversed.
Well, in the eyes, John, in the eyes of the touch judge on the far side, he thought that racking by Robin Brook was too dangerous and warranted a penalty. That's the law, so the penalty was reversed.
Mark Thompson, one of the touch judges on the far side, he was the man who spotted the infringement by Robin Brook. 15 minutes to go. 25 minutes to go, in fact, 15 minutes gone. Auckland down by 14-6. This 60-second defence of the Ranfurly Shield. The Auckland backs have seen very little ball. Miller. He's an elusive little runner, but that time both Satutu and Jones buried him out from the 22. But he did well. The ball is won by Waikato.
What this Todd Miller's got, he's got a great heart. He got tackled, he didn't fire the ball away in a 50-50 situation. He took the ball, good gutsy effort. Man, where'd they find this boy from?
Auckland under as much pressure as they've been at any stage of this tenure of the Ranfurly Shield, Stu.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can see signs of a little bit of nervous and panic out there. I mean, again, that's a very bad line-out, just slapped back by Richard Fremont. And it's guys like Buying a Tugamala, Michael Jones, are going to get Auckland back in the game. But it's all individual effort at the moment. There's no teamwork.
Tugamala again in the play with Clark. Tugamala, Howarth now. In and out he tried to go. Miller nailed him. Numbers 15 on 15, and Todd Miller, the youngster, comes out with flying colours.
Todd Miller, huge tackle, one-on-one. Oh, this boy's good. This is good play again by Buying a Tugamala. Little loop pass there, one hand, good skills. This is a bit stretchy, but again, it gives Shane Howarth one-on-one. He gets some space, in and out, and watch Todd Miller just wraps him up. Good rugby.
From North Auckland, a nephew of the famous Going family, Todd Miller, playing for Waikato, who are leading by 14-6. Crabb trying to get the penalty. Well, Foster has done everything right today.
Look, Waikato have got to win this game, John. They're doing everything, just ABC rugby. They win their ball, they knock it around the track, they run it when the opportunity's on. They're making the tackles, they're not losing the ball on the tackle. And you have a look on the other side of the paper, what are Auckland doing? They're creating very few opportunities.
Auckland have always lifted their rate in the last quarter of any game, and they'll need to today. Mitchell, he spent 5 minutes in the sin bin early on. Crabb again, drilling it high. Waikato just marching their way downstream again.
Well, lineouts have been crucial today, John. Waikato have got the edge in the lineouts, and their kicking is good. Notice that little kick from Simon Crabb. He put it up high in the air, forcing John Kern to take it, knock it back into touch. Waikato throw.
Just a little variation there, and it doesn't work for Waikato. Fremont was through. Well, turnover time. Crabb, he loves that short side. Wallow, Crabb, Kerwin, he gets there. There are a few frustrations there. takes the quick one, just controls it. Steve Gordon out there playing like a loose forward. The sanctuary of the touchline for Doug Wilson.
Well, as I said before, it's going to be individual play from Vaianga, Tuagamala, Michael Jones, or Rodney Clark that could bust this game open. But at 14-6, Auckland must score a try to get back in.
Fromott gets there late for the line-out. Tonu'u, what pressure Fox was under from Monkley. Clark has been the standout midfielder around the country, but he's had no opportunities today. Centre field, turnover.
Good rugby, Waikato. They're making the tackles, they're making the smother tackles, they're putting the guy on the ground, they're getting the turnover scrum ball. I mean, this wave of red, orange and black, John, I tell you, they're getting louder every minute. They can sense victory, they can sense the log heading south.
Plenty of options here for Waikato. Foster drilling it high for Allison and Cooper. Up they go, spilled forward from Waikato. Satutu just saves it.
Well, that just really highlights Waikato's effort today. Simon Craig putting pressure on Grant Fox, diving at his feet, just getting a partial charge down, and that epitomises what Waikato have come to Eden Park for. They want that log, and they're all out to get it.
Simon Craig has had an outstanding game. Junior Tonu'u, the player who's had so much said about him this season, overshadowed today as the Waikato forwards have just had an edge all during the match. Fox, who's been under pressure, gets left out this time. The Waikato forwards there, furious at the moment, working, trying to free the ball, keeping pressure on Auckland. Big tackles made. It doesn't sit up for Inga.
There's still time for Auckland just to plan a couple of moves, plan a tactic and a set piece to get the ball down into Waikato half. They can't win the game where they are at the moment. And you'll notice, John, that territorially, Waikato have had the big input today. They've dominated the field.
Auckland have been stifled throughout this match. Zinzan Brook trying to get something going for the team. Monkley, he's been everywhere. The number 7 for Waikato. Centre field for Waikato if they win it. Crabb just kicking that too far. 14 points to 6, Waikato. 2 penalties to Cooper. A drop goal and a try to Foster. Auckland now trying to sharpen things up, speed it up. They don't use their outside. Satutu runs it back in. Craig Stevenson is there.
Well, there he is. He's made another mistake. Graham Henry thinks he's a pretty good player, this guy. But that's a major blunder. 2 movements in the tackle.
They've broken down at Satutu quite often in the game.
Well, John, I would have put that ball from Wasaki. Satutu would have gone a bit more wider, but he cut back in field to seek the security of his forwards, who are not dominating Waikato. Auckland have got to look at other options. In other words, they must look at John Curwen, Vaianga Tuagamala, and Shane Howard's running.
Waikato are playing exceptional challenge rugby here. Their forwards have made the big effort. There's still 18 minutes to go. One World of Sport is at Eden Park in Auckland, where the challengers Waikato lead 14-6. They've scored the only try. Miller and Cooper. Super combination on the 22. Auckland again being tested out wide. Very high for Miller, but he's been safe. Warlow is put under pressure. Lose makes the tackle, so Waikato are now just inside their half. They took it in, they win it again. And Foster, who's played superbly, just keeps the control there for Waikato. That's a big punt from Shane Howarth. But Foster made the kick and then was the man who chased to try and put Howarth under pressure.
Yes, he's had a beauty game. But what he's done is he's put the ball in behind Auckland when the options haven't been on to move it. He's knocked it over the corner. And any side, no matter whether the All Blacks, South Africa or Auckland, they always look average when they're going backwards.
Great leap again from Gordon. Allison's option, changing, great tactic.
Here we go again. They got blocked. Reece Allison read the situation well. Long Wipers kick. Waikato still going forward on the Auckland's 22. And John, to be quite honest, the entire game, Auckland is still going backwards.
Well, Waikato have been in Auckland's territory for 67% of the time. They've really had a big edge there, and that's reflected on the scoreboard. 14 points to 6. Tanu'u, no chances today. Harried by Crabb. Anderson. This is as close as Waikato have been for a while. Crabb couldn't control it, not knocked on. Allison, Muckley right off his shoulder. On the assist is Mitchell. Cooper and Warlow. He's big. He's got support from Cooper. It's gone forward. Another grand attack by Waikato, but again, Auckland's defence holds.
Well, it's good hands. They're moving the ball when it's on, giving the guys a chance to have a crack at their man. But equal to the occasion, it's Auckland's defence.
Well, again, it's Shane Howarth there who's made some good tackles this season, and that was a very good one on Wayne Warlow.
Well, the clash between Michael Jones and Dwayne Munker is always going to be an interesting one to have a look at.
There'll be plenty of talk going on there. Zinzambrook, the experienced man Grant Fox, who's played 56 Ranfurly Shield games. This is his 57th, more than anyone else.
Well, Auckland will never ever get back into Waikato's half by running the ball. They've got to use the boot of Grant Fox. Every time Auckland run, Waikato's defence is good.
Tanu'u, is there any magic from this man today? Miller, the sun shines brightly on Waikato's performance today. They're up by 14 to 6. Just 14 minutes to go.
John, let's be honest, Auckland will not retain this Ranfurly Shield if they keep playing in their own 22. Somehow they'll either have to pass the ball or kick the ball down the field to Waikato's half. And they've got 13 minutes to do it.
Waikato led by 8 to 6 at half-time. Matthew Cooper has landed 2 penalties in the second spell. 14 to 6. Muckley driven back by Willie Lose. Well, if any team can come back from this position, it's Auckland. Matthew Cooper on JK in centre field. And Cooper wins that battle.
That's a try. That's a great tackle by Matthew Cooper. Watch this. Auckland look fairly dangerous. The ball moving. Look at that. Just went and bumped into John Kerwin. Held on to him. Gaiden scragged him down. Again, John Kerwin did good to place the ball in the tackle.
A sign of the real intensity in this Waikato team.
That's the difference between the two sides, John. One side desperately want to get their hands on that log of wood.
The two sides have targeted this match as their big one of the season. Waikato up by 14 points to 6. Kerwin nailed by Warlow, but again Howarth is in position. Craig Stevenson steamrolling his way into the tackle of Kerwin. A lot of backs up for Auckland. Foster goes for another snap, just missing. So Ian Foster, he's had 5 drops at goal. He's landed 1.
It's good thinking by Ian Foster. He knows if it goes through the post, he's got 3 points. If he misses, it means that Waikato still remain in Otago's 22.
Well, he took the right option there too, because the Auckland midfielders were way up over the advantage line.
Terribly offside then. But look, I think Waikato here put so much pressure on Auckland, they're not firing anything out. They've got nothing left. The heads are down.
11 minutes to go at Eden Park in Auckland. One world of sport with one of the great Ranfurly Shield challenges of the Auckland era. And Waikato lead by 14 to 6. Crab under enormous pressure from Fromont and Brown. This might be turnover time for Auckland. It is. Fitzpatrick is isolated there though. Auckland wanting. Auckland receiving. Fox again under pressure. Lovely pass finds Kerwin, but again Cooper Tuangamala from the other wing. Miller at pace, sliding through. Waikato. Cooper loses it. 15 inside the half, but Todd Miller.
Oh, what a great kid, what a good kid this guy is. He just took that high ball and he just ran it straight back and he blitzed Auckland, took 2 or 3 of them on. A bit of fancy footwork, bang, bang, and just look cool and calm. What a find this kid is.
14-6, Waikato leading. Crab caught offside.
Oh, this is smart play by Waikato. No one's prepared to go and get the ball. There's a dispute of which ball is allowed to be played. Well, John, it's been about 10 minutes since we've seen the blue and white team enter the Waikato half. If they can't launch attacks from here, then that shield is heading to Hamilton.
The 2 number 7s are out on the back line. Zinzambrook to lead by example. His team hasn't been down like this for a long time. There's still a fair bit of time left. 9 minutes to go.
This is the entire situation. That's just another chapter in the book. Tackled situation, ball lost, ball retention in the tackle area. It's been very poor from Auckland today. Defensive scrum, Waikato. That's about the whole game in a nutshell, John.
Ball retention, control needed by Waikato now as they enter the real nail-biting stage of this Shield match. They lead 14 to 6, 9 minutes left. John Mitchell steering his team on, encouraging them, exhorting them to a bigger effort. The Auckland crowd calling for their blue and white team, the champion Auckland team, to really get back into this match, and they might now. A penalty.
Well, I'll go for the 3 points. Because they need 3 points from a penalty and they need a converted try.
Well, it's an opportunity too for a bit of a breather as the two teams contemplate which of them is going to hold this shield, the Shell Ranfurly Shield, at the end of this game, which is only 8 minutes away.
there's been a couple of penalties that Grant Fox has kicked to win games. He's done it. This is not a kick to win the game, it is to keep Auckland in the game.
Fox has kicked 2 penalties. He's missed it. He has missed it. And as Stu Wilson said, that was the kick which was to keep Auckland in the match. It stays at 14-6.
Isn't it strange though, John? As soon as Auckland got back into Waikato's half, they got a penalty. You know, they had a chance, an opportunity to score points.
Foster decides on the long ball to keep Auckland back inside the half. Brook has really come into his own in the last 15 minutes. Attacking opportunity again for Auckland. Auckland have held the Shell Ranfurly Shield for 8 years and 4 days, but at the moment they're 8 points adrift of Waikato. The loose forward combination trying to get it together. Lose, Jones and Zinzan-Brook. What is the call from the referee? Auckland.
Well, he never gave that ball to Waikato. He's saying it was dangerous play. Too many boots around Michael Jones' head, so he caught it up and he's given Auckland the ball, which surprises me.
Will they bring in Tuingamala? Howarth is up on the right of your screen as well. That Waikato scrum though holds so that Auckland cannot get going forward. Tonu'u, the man who's broken so many defences this year. Kerwin well wrapped up, and the big men were there, Anderson and Gordon. It's turnover time, Waikato, and the fans love that decision by the referee Dave Bishop. 14 points to 6, 5 minutes to go.
It was a very good scrum by Waikato. It left Auckland with very few options. They tried the Zinzan-Brook to Junior Tonu situation, didn't work.
Ian Foster will steady it for Waikato. It's Auckland who have to make all the play now.
Well, that's a type of percentage football. If Waikato continue to do that in the next 4 minutes, the Ranfurly Shield will go to Hamilton tonight. They're playing percentage football. They're making no mistakes. Very, very sound, tactical, challenging rugby. And that boy there has been a key ingredient in the make-up today. He has surprised me. He's handled the intense pressure of Eden Park. He's handled Grant Fox's bombs.
Brook wins one. Auckland need to fire it everywhere now. Warlow gets the call from Miller, who's inside the 22, but decides on the punt himself. Tonu'u, a dreadful mistake out from the Auckland 22.
Well, that's what you call pressure, or how to react under pressure. When you get squeezed, John, guys that you think are very, very good players, have got a lot of class, suddenly they start to just squeeze a little bit. And those boys are happy. They can sense it.
They're not just keeping warm.
I hate to say it, Mr. Macbeth, but she's all over. It is all over. And those two guys over there, Kevin Green and Richard Lowe, know it.
It's countdown time. 3 minutes left at Eden Park as Waikato, through the educated boot of Ian Foster, keep Auckland back. And now Foster again on Kerwin. Marvellous pressure from the challenging team Waikato. A 5-metre scrum.
John, I would never ever expect to see a slap back like that from an Auckland player. So supposedly one of the best provincial sides in the country. They slapped that kick down, forcing John Kerwin to play the ball, and now they're hard on defence again.
Well, the security man said they might have their work cut out today. But I think it's reasonable odds. 7-1.
Let's get back to the footy. This will John Mitchell, watch him have a go. Oh, that's a good scrum.
They've done it twice today.
That's a great scrum.
Be some great milk come from that thing today. If Waikato hang on, 2 minutes left. The scrum has been a key to Waikato's today. They almost got a pushover in the first spell. They're the one team that contest Auckland at scrum time.
Oh, this is Waikato just putting the screws in. They're enjoying this. All the big five beefcakes, you can take the hats off to them. That Waikato front five and the loose forwards have won the game for Waikato today. And let's see John Mitchell to see if he can get a pushover try.
He scored 15 tries last year. He scored 7 this year, many of them from this sort of position. John Mitchell, the ball at his feet. Muckley. In go Auckland to try and ruin it. It is one free ball, Waikato. They don't have to score. They just need to hold it on. Jerem, 2 metres short. 1 minute and a half left. It's been in the last 20 that Auckland have won these games, but in this game, Waikato have just kept too much acid on Auckland. Fremont wins one, but Auckland are right on their goal line. Dave Bishop. Tonu'u now. Wallow steps inside that tackle, beats Jones. Auckland cling to Wallow, but he's turned it over like an expert. Gatland just settles it down. 40 seconds left. 14 points to 6. And Waikato, they're jubilant. The game has not ended, but Waikato have a penalty and they can suck out the 30 seconds left on this one. That's if they get to take it. Crowd starting to envelop the ground at Eden Park. The security men drag another couple off.
Well, they know they've won it, John. And the entire Waikato team, plus management, coach Kevin Green and the reserves, they can take that log of wood home. They have come up here. Technically, they have won this game. They've had the players to do it. And a very disappointing effort from Auckland.
This Waikato team has not really shown the form that would have suggested they would beat Auckland today. They've targeted this match. They've done everything required from a challenger. They've got it in the bag at 14 to 6. 17 to 6, and it's all over. Waikato have won the Shell Ranfurly Shield by 17 points to 6. And so the most significant era in New Zealand provincial rugby, an era which began with what was called the match of the decade at Lancaster Park in 1985, has ended. Auckland's fantastic reign of 61 successful defences has been halted by Waikato, the team which provided the first challenge of this era and which last won the Shell Ranfurly Shield here at Eden Park in 1980. Now it's Waikato's moment of glory again. Well, Stu Wilson, they've thoroughly deserved it.
John, they came here to play rugby. They're the only team that tried to create any opportunities. You'll notice that Grant Fox had 3 shots at goal today, only 3 penalties. Now, normally he's up into about 10 shots a game. So what they did, they limited their mistakes. They played positive football. They were not too frilly and fancy. And hey, look, 17-6.
Absolutely sensational performance from Waikato today. Their forwards, led by John Mitchell, took it to Auckland. They matched them everywhere, particularly at scrum time. They won enough line-out ball. Their backs were well and truly controlled by Crabb and Foster. They tried nothing fancy. They were just too good for Auckland today. Well, there'll be tears, I'm sure, of jubilation. Graham Purvis there played a big part in this game. He's been under intense scrutiny this week. John Mitchell, Richard Jerram, and Richard Jerram are key to the lineouts today. A superb effort. Dwayne Monkley. They're just absolutely enveloped by the crowd here. A huge contingent of Waikato supporters arrived to support their team, which they knew had a great chance of winning the Shell Ranfurly Shield. He wasn't part of it, Richard Lowe, but he stuck with this Waikato team, and he will certainly share their celebrations tonight.
All good things come to an end, and it certainly did today. And on behalf of all Auckland Rugby, we'd like to congratulate Waikato on a marvellous victory. They thoroughly deserved their win. And just before I asked Sinzan Brook to hand the shield over to Captain John Mitchell, I would just like to say to all Aucklanders, thank you for the tremendous support you've given us over the past 8 years. And folks, I believe we should celebrate today. It's been the most marvellous 8 years, 61 defences, a record that will probably never been beaten. So I'd like to thank the current coaches. I go back to John Hart, Morris Trapp, BG, all those famous players, and say thanks to all of them. Zinni, would you come and hand the shield, please?